Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first video on dividing decimals. This is a picture of me in the water here. This is yours truly. There's a southern right whale here. This is on the east coast of King Island last year. I've got two friends in the boat there. One of them's flying a drone, taking a photo of me there. The reason I'm showing this because I guess I'm thinking how many me's fit into a southern right whale. Now, if this whale is maybe 7.8 metres and I'm about 1.8 metres, how many of me can fit into that whale? So here we go, let's look at the first part of decimal division part 1. Now first of all we need to revise names and look at the presentation of division because we can see it in a few different ways. Now when we have a math sentence we might have 0.25 divided by 2. We can show that as a fraction, and you'd be well aware that we've been looking at things like that, well, except we didn't have a decimal in the fraction, but we've had a numerator and a denominator to make a fraction there. So that's the same thing. But I want to show you the names for the numbers here. So here 0.25 is the dividend, which is what we are dividing. 2 is the divisor, and that's what we are dividing by. To do division without a calculator, we write these numbers in long division, and you would have done this in previous years. So let's have a little look here. So we've got 0.25, our dividend, 2 our divisor, and the answer which goes up in here is called the quotient. I like to think that this little sort of house or cave type thing is like a den, and I know that the word den is in dividend. So the dividend is the number that lives in that sort of cave or den area, if you like. Now what we are seeing here, the question saying we are seeing how many 2's can fit into 0.25. So to do this, there's a couple of rules we have to follow, and this video just looks at one of these rules for now. So rule number 1, you write this in your summary book, is the decimal point in the quotient, or the answer, which goes up here, goes directly above the decimal in the dividend. So there's my decimal in the dividend. When I write my answer, the decimal has to go directly above it. So make sure you write that in your summary book. Now I'm just going to go over 2 examples here. Now the first example is the question that I had was 0.25 divided by 2. So if you remember your long division, we work our way left to right. So how many 2's go into 0? We go 0 there, so 0 times 2 is 0. 0 take 0, give us 0, and then I'll bring down my 2. So how many 2's go into 2? 1. What have I not done? The first rule. Put a decimal point in there, Mark. Okay, so 1 times 2 is 2, so I'll put 2 under there. I don't really need those zeros there, but I'll put in there anyway. So 2 take 2, or 2 subtract 2 is 0. I'll have to bring the 5 down. Now you might do a different way to this, but this is just how I learned how to do long division. So how many 2's go into 5? Well, at least 2 do. So 2 2's are 4, so I can put 2 up here. 2 2's are 4. Put that under there. So it's 5 subtract 4 gives me a leftover of 1, or an answer of 1. Now, what can I do now? It's 2 5. Oh, I can put a 0 here, can't I? Doesn't change the value of the number. And I can bring that 0 down and gives me 10. So how many 2's go into 10? 5. And that gives me 10. 10 take 10 is 0. So that is my answer. So how many 2's divide into the dividend of 0.25? The answer, or the quotient, is 0.125. Now just another quick example down here. So this one here, I've got whole numbers, but this lesson's about decimals. So what's going on here? Well, how many 4's go into 3? Well, we got 0. Where's the decimal point for this 3? We can put one here, can't we? So 0 times 4 is 0. 3 take 0 is 3. Now I can put a 0 here, can't I? So I'll bring down my 0. And I've got 30. How many 4's go into 30? Well, 7 4's are 28. Just scribble that out of the way so we don't get in the way. Oh, what have I forgotten to do? Rule number 1, put the decimal point above the dividend in the quotient, or the answer. So 7 4's are 28. I'll put my 28 here. So 30 take 28. Gives me 2. Now what am I going to do with that? Oh, I can put another 0 here, can't I? Bring a 0 down here. So how many 4's go into 20? 5. So 4 5's is 20. 20 take 20 is 0. I'm finished my long division. So how many 4's go into 3? 0.75. And you probably all know that because the fraction 3/4, I'm pretty sure most of you know, is 0.75. So there we go, guys. I'll come back with another video in a second. Ta.